Welcome to USF College Daily. I'm Casey Kelderman. On today's movie moment, Austin Clement presents you with a case for his rating of the movie, The Case for Christ.
Welcome to USF's Movie Moment. I'm Austin Clement, and today I'm going to be reviewing the movie, The Case for Christ. Now, The Case for Christ is from the team that brought us God's Not Dead and God's Not Dead 2. And it's about an investigative reporter from the Chicago Tribune named Lee Strobel who sets out on a quest to prove that God isn't real by disproving the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Through his research, though, he discovers something that he never thought he would. This movie finally has done something no Christian film before it has been able to do: get a fresh rating from critics on Rotten Tomatoes. It currently sits at 75% with an 84% score from general audience members. I think it deserves those scores and so much more. Now, personally, I really liked both God's Not Dead movies, but even I can admit that there were times when they went a little bit towards the cheesy factor or beating you over the head with the message that God is real in a very preachy manner. Now, this movie never once heads towards that cheesiness level. And throughout the whole movie, we see a man who wants nothing more than to disprove the resurrection of Jesus Christ, which is the whole basis for the Christian faith. And he has to wrestle with everything that he thought he knew and everything that is presented to him. And I personally was kept intrigued the entirety of the film by this wrestling with beliefs and discoveries of facts. And I even learned some stuff that I never knew before. To add to that, there was the cinematography of the movie that is far and away the best I have ever seen in a Christian film, making it a beautiful movie to watch. They even had this recurring framing of the camera that helped to set the movie apart with its own tone. Whenever a moment was tense or a mystery was being uncovered, they had shaky or handheld camera shots at just the right moment to help build that tense and suspenseful feeling. And then there's the acting. The main character, the actress that plays his wife, and the more important supporting characters were all cast very well. There was only a few minor missteps, I feel, where they could have taken the performance in a different spot, but I feel like that was a little bit more based on the writing and dialogue issues that could have been fixed in the writer's room or even by the director while they were filming. As for the drawbacks of this movie, there are only a couple major ones, but they all come with the editing. To begin, they got quite a few dialogue scenes where they are editing in a way that when the camera is towards the back of someone, their actions or mouth movements don't line up with what's being said at all. But then they do when you cut to a different angle, and it's weird. And then on top of that, I don't even know how many times someone would start an action with one camera angle, and then the camera would cut to another angle, and the person would restart that entire action. And to me, that's a huge deal because editing matters a lot, and if they would have just taken just a little bit more time to kind of tighten up those edits, and even in some other places they could have shortened the edits a little bit more to make the pacing a little bit better, it would have made this movie even higher quality. But overall, this movie is the highest quality Christian movie that I have seen, and it could very well be the tipping point for legitimizing Christian movies in many non-Christians' eyes. And I give The Case for Christ 9 out of 10 investigative reporters. With USF's Movie Moment, I'm Austin Clement.
Sounds like he did his research, but do not take our word for it. Go out and investigate the movie for yourself. 2017 marks the 40th anniversary for the Star Wars franchise, and they seem to be doing all they can to make it a big celebration for all the fans. Lucasfilm has teamed up with Omaze for a yearly charity drive called Force for Change. In 2015 and 16, a randomly selected donor could win a chance to visit the set of The Force Awakens in 2015, then Rogue One in 2016, with the possibility of having a cameo in each movie. For 2017, each week of the campaign will have a different prize, ranging from a visit to Skywalker Ranch, to a VIP pass, to the world premiere of Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, and so much more. It's looking like this could be the biggest year for the Force for Change yet. On top of the weekly prizes, there is also a grand prize. The winner will get a role in the upcoming young Han Solo movie and a trip to Skywalker Ranch and a VIP pass to the world premiere of Star Wars The Last Jedi. If you're a Star Wars fan and planning on giving anything to charity this year, you may want to focus on this campaign. That's all we have time for today. Come back tomorrow for another news update. For USF College Daily, I'm Casey Kelderman.